Good morning, my friends, or good afternoon if you're on the East Coast. I'm Barb Brimhall, the BZB Stamper, and I am so happy to be with you all today. If you are catching the replay, thanks for your patience as we get all this beginning stuff out of the way. I hope whatever is in your mug today is warm and yummy. Mine is coffee, and I have a lid, so I'm not going to spill my coffee today. I'm determined. This is my third cup, but I love it when it still feels like it's that first morning sip of coffee. Is there anything better? Well, there is if you're not a coffee drinker, but if you're a coffee drinker, you know exactly what I mean, right? So I'm going to wait a minute for people to jump on. Let me know when you're here. If you're on the replay, hang tough because I'm going to start pretty quick because I have a fun fold for you today, and it's going to take me the whole 30 minutes to do this card. So I want to make sure that I get it done in the 30 minutes. There we go. Okay. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff. This is not my normal card. So I need the full time to do this. So let's get started. I am using a brand new stamp set and dies. They're called Fragrant Layers and the Fragrant Layers Bundle dies. And this is from the January online exclusive. Now, I know what you're thinking. Barb needs another floral set like she needs a hole in her head. That would be true. However, I really wanted this stamp set because not only is it a two-step stamping, so you stamp this as the outside, and then you stamp this for the inside. We've talked about two-step stamping a lot, but I also liked this die, and I couldn't quite figure out what it was going to do. So if you're like me, I'm going to show you. And I also like these two labels. I like these labels a lot. So you'll be seeing me play with this set more over the next couple of months. But this is my card today to show you a fun fold. And it's got quite a few steps. So make sure, let me go back for just 1 second. Make sure that you can see below the tutorial link, hashtag coffee37. So make sure that you comment hashtag coffee37 if you want the tutorial for this. Okay. So here, let me bring out what we're going to use. We have got a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock. Get the tutorial for the scoring lines because I'll screw it up. But I believe it's 1 3/4, and I don't remember what this one is. So they are on the on the free tutorial. So make sure you get that. Then I'm using, and you guys, I do not know how to pronounce this, Kintsugi. I know I'm screwing that up totally, but it's that gorgeous designer paper from the annual catalog. It's got gold foiling. Can you see that? And it's got Misty Moonlight, which is what we're using. But I'm just going to go ahead, and one of the things I want to show you is that when I cut this cardstock, I cut it, yes, that's the right way. I cut it so that it would line up. You don't really need to do that, but this is a directional paper, and so I decided to do it. Let me go ahead and glue this on. I did some of this gluing in advance because what you're here for is the fun fold, not the watching Barb glue. So I am going to glue that. Let me do this so I can see a little bit better. I'm going to glue that down. So if you have directional, that's the easy way to do it. And that way, when you close it, it kind of looks like it all lines up, which is fun. I like to do that when I have paper like that. Okay, so there we go with that. I'm going to set that aside. Then for our inside piece, Can't remember. I think it's 4 by 5.25, but check the measurements on the tutorial. But I will show you that I scored the top part at 1/2 inch. This is just a 1/2 inch score line. And when you fold it, you want to fold it back, which makes a mountain fold. So just score it back. That's going to become very important in a minute. And give it a good burnishing so that it lays flat. And then go ahead and open it back up so you can see that score line. And then remember this die right here. I was hoping it would cut the whole thing out, but it does not. It creates a window. Isn't that gorgeous though? Oh, that's so pretty. So I wanted it cut and I thought, well, I could measure it, but you know me, I like shortcuts. So let me show you what I did. I've already done it on 3 sides, but I'm going to do it on this 4th side. And I want to show you, this is your cutting track on your paper trimmer, right? So I am going to line this up. Can you see? I'm hoping you can see. Now you can see that cutting track. Now you can't. So I'm going to line it up just so that you cannot see that track. It does not have to be perfect, my friends, just close enough. And then I'm just going to use my paper trimmer, and it makes like a 1/16 of an inch trim. So you can see it's not perfect all the way around, but if somebody needs you to be 1/32 of an inch instead of 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch, they don't deserve your card. Am I right? I'm right. Okay. So what we're going to do is, this is a piece of Misty Moonlight. This is another piece of the, I can't pronounce it, Kintsugi. I knew at one point, Kintsugi, I believe is how you spell it. It's absolutely gorgeous paper. And I was just going to mount it on here, but because you could see that this designer paper doesn't have a lot of contrast, but it has enough so that you can kind of see behind that. But I decided, because this beautiful paper has a lot of foil, gold foiling, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Wink of Stella. Let me just make sure I've got enough on here. Just kind of press it down, get it going. Not quite there yet. There we go. Now I have too much. And I am just going to do the heck out of this. Now, this is totally optional. You would not have to do this. But I decided for this card, I wanted it really sparkly. By the way, I'm doing this on my silicone mat so that this will all clean up nice and easy when I'm done. Gotta love that, right? So here we go. I'm just going to put as much Wink of Stella on here as I can. I got to hold it up because in my light, oh yeah, that's good. I've got a lot of glitter going on there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, isn't this a gorgeous cutout? I don't know. It's really hard to see Wink of Stella on camera. So I'm betting that you can't see that. But in real life, guys, that sparkles like crazy. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down. I am going to take some of my glue, not a whole lot. And remember, when this all dries, it's going to come right off your silicone mat. So I'm on the back side, in case you're wondering, and I'm putting glue all over the back. So this poor white cardstock is taking a beating. It's got all the Wink of Stella on it, and then it's got the glue, so it's probably going to curl just a little bit, and that's okay. And then I am going to glue that down onto this piece of cardstock and try to get it centered. And then it does need to dry a little bit. Okay, so we've got all that. Isn't that pretty? I really don't think you guys could see that, but trust me, it is pretty. And I am going to, I think I'll wait. I'm going to let that dry a little bit more. So now we're going to work on this piece, which is actually going to become our fun fold part of this card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this beautiful outline stamp and I'm going to ink it with Misty Moonlight. The colors in this are going to be very, very simple. Misty Moonlight and Lost Lagoon, which in tone are very, very close. Very close. I want to make sure that I get a good inking on this. I'm going to be really honest. I just remembered that I was going to re-ink this and I forgot to. And you can see that it needs it because can you see how the stamp is picking up the pad? That happens when you need to re-ink your stamp pad. Okay, so here's the 1/2 inch score line. And I want to stamp below that. So I'm going to stamp right here. Probably could have been up just a little bit more, but that's okay. It's a nice big stamp, so I'm going to press down firmly, but not heavily. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Really pretty. And then this little hello comes in the stamp set. So I'm going to add that. I think I'll add that right. Ooh, where do I want to add that? I'm going to add it right here. There we go. I do not have a cleaning tray in here, which is not really smart. And then what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my Lost Lagoon. I'm going to press very, very heavily so that I get ink on the inside of, boy, you can see I did re-ink this one. And I'm going to take my water painter and add, make sure I've got water. And just bring in, I don't want it super wet. So I'm going to kind of work that ink and I'm going to do the leaves first. Now, like I said, Lost Lagoon is really, really close to Misty Moonlight. They're almost like the same shading group. So if I wanted more differentiation, I could have probably gone with like a soft seafoam or even, I think Lemon Lime Twist would have been too bright. So maybe Old Olive. Lost Lagoon is one of my all-time favorite colors. I love it. So that's why I'm using it. Okay, so we're going to stop there. Now, what I normally do, and I will do this when I'm done with the video, I'll go back and I'll remove all that because I don't want wet touching my ink pad. So I'm just going to not quite close it all the way, and I'll clean that up later. If I was doing this live, obviously I would have cleaned that off with usually I use just a paper towel, but I can't find my paper towel. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my Wink of Stella. Like I said, I want this real glittery. So I'm just going to pull in the Misty Moonlight ink using my Wink of Stella. I want this very, very light. Okay, I just want just a little bit of shading, not a lot. There we go. Now, I had thought, honestly, about bringing in my blends, but I decided, see the difference when your ink pad needs to be re-inked? Oh, let's see if I can get a little bit more on there. Because what I want to do is I'm going to still use my Wink of Stella because I want a lot of glitter. And I'm just going to make this part of the flower a little bit darker. Now, I'm betting on camera that you guys really can't even see the difference between the Wink of Stella Misty Moonlight and the Lost Lagoon. I'm betting that the color differentiation on camera you can barely see. You can in person. And boy, can you see this sparkle. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it super simple. You guys with me so far? And again, I do want to get the ink off my Wink of Stella, so the next time I use it, I don't get Misty Moonlight on Summer Sun or whatever. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, this is going to seem weird, but we want to turn this part into a pocket. So hang with me, because if you see, this card's going to fit right in here. Actually, let's do that first. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on this 1/2 inch line that we scored. I don't know. By the way, I got this card designed by demonstrator Lynn Dunn. I loved it so much as a fun fold that I copied it from her. So thank you, Lynn, for sharing this, because I love how it looks. And what I'm going to do is I want to put this right up against the fold line and then down just a smush, just a little teeny bit, and center it. Try to get it straight. And you guys can see that is not leaving much of a border, right? So I am going to press that down. The main thing is to make sure that as much as you can, you're even on both sides, which, as you can see, I did not do. But then I'm going to take my mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And first, I used the mini Stampin' Dimensionals, but they were too wide, which means I would have had to cut my mini Stampin' Dimensionals in half, which we all know Barb does not want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper snips, and I don't know if you could see this. I'm going to put my thumbnail on the mini dimensionals. You get like almost a 1/2 inch of where it's not cut. Let me see if I can show you that. Maybe on this side. This is the dimensional part, and then this is just a strip. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut like a very small amount. It does not have to be straight. It does not have to be perfect. And I can actually get about 2 on every side, depending on how well I cut. See, guys, that is definitely not straight. And I'm just going to cut it in half. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it here. Now, this one's a little bit too long, so let me just snip that off. And what we're doing is we're creating a way to have that pocket. Oop, you want it all the way over on the side. All the way over, guys. Okay? So no border, all the way over. Very important. Which side's sticky? This side is. So all the way over mine. And I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, because there's no way I could get this off without my Take Your Pick tool. Let me press that down just a little bit more. Whew, even with my Take Your Pick tool. Okay, it started it. There we go. Do it on this side. Press it down. This is the hardest part of the whole card, I swear. And then I want to lift this up, and we are just going to make that pocket. Okay? Did that make sense, my friends? Okay. And then what we're going to do is we are going to slip this card inside the pocket. And that's why it was so important to make sure that you had enough so it could move easily. Can you see how that's moving? My camera's jumping. I don't know why. So that is actually our fun fold. When they open it up, it pulls this out. So you could have like a little secret message right here that when they open it up, they see the message. I wanted to use this stamp, but my other thought was, wouldn't it be fun if you had happy birthday right here? And then when they pull it up, there's a gift card, because it'll fit in there. The gift card will definitely fit in there. So that would be fun too. I just really love this paper and I wanted to use it. Now, this is how our card is going to open, but I wanted to show you that you can also open it this way. So you can have your happy birthday right here, your gift card right here, and it will pull the gift card out. There's more than enough room in that pocket. So to finish this card up, I'm going to go back to my big Stampin' Dimensionals. Make sure, I don't think there's really a right or wrong way. I kind of like it that way. So we'll do that. And you only want to put Stampin' Dimensionals where it's going to sit on the top flap. So don't put anything down here, because if you do that, you're going to glue your card shut, and that would not be cool. And I have lost my take your pick tool, so you guys get to struggle with me trying to get my fingers to pull these off. I just had it. Does anybody else do that? They put something on their craft table and then boom, it goes away. Okay. So I want to make sure, okay, good. I did good, that you don't glue your card shut. That would not be good. So I'm going to check. The nice thing is, because there's foil on this, Stampin' Dimensionals, you could pull off. Okay, that works. See, no Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'm going to press it down. And then I've got some of the white with gold paper. This honestly looks a little cream to me, but it's supposed to be white, so I'm going to believe it. And I'm just going to put that right here because I felt like it needed something. I don't want my ribbon. But now we've got a whole lot of sparkle going on in this card. We've got gold ribbon, gold white ribbon. We've got Wink of Stella all over that framelit, which you cannot see on camera. But boy, you could see it in person. Woo, so pretty. And then you lift the card up and it pulls up. Let me do this down a little bit so you can see it. And it pulls up, and a lot of Wink of Stella on here. I think somehow it's easier for you guys to see. Yeah, you can kind of see it right here when I pull it up. And like I said, a gift card will work really, really well. So there you have it, my friends. Let me move my camera over. And like I said, I'd love to see somebody try it for a birthday card and then put a little gift card in there. I think that would be so cute. And thanks again to Lynn Dunn for her fun fold. I'd never seen one quite like that. So I was excited to share that with you guys. So there you go. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for hanging with me today. I'll see you on Sunday for another Step It Up stamping. And I'll be back next Wednesday. I don't know what with. I don't have a clue what I'm going to show you next week, but it should be a lot of fun. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great week, my friends. Bye.